morning. It's December 9th, 2020 and I'm Richa Sarod Dalal bringing the world to your screen. UK starts mass COVID-19 vaccination program. Britain on Tuesday hailed a turning point in the fight against coronavirus pandemic as it begins the biggest and first vaccination program in the country's history with a new COVID-19 jab. On the eve of the vaccine being rolled out, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson said it was a huge step forward in the fight against the pandemic. It will be the country's biggest vaccination drive ever. France isolated in tough Brexit stance. Emmanuel Macron may be talking tougher than the rest of the EU27 as Brexit talks reach their endgame, but despite claims to the contrary in London and by a UK media that always enjoys pointing fingers across the channel, France is far from isolated. Government of India cancels meeting with the protesting farmers. The farm leaders declined to participate after a meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah on Tuesday night failed to break the deadlock. Indian Navy to get anti-drone systems. A contract for procurement of a batch of Israeli weapon systems has been finalized by the Indian Navy. These systems are capable of bringing down high-speed enemy drones. The delivery of the Smash 2000 fire control systems is expected to begin early next year. Their number, however, is not immediately known. Sao Paulo in Brazil has announced first state to start the COVID vaccination in Latin America. It will start vaccinating its 46 million population from January 25, 2020. Governor João Doria said that the Chinese CoronaVac will first be given to the priority groups. This group includes people with higher chances of getting infected like the health professionals, citizens over 60 years of age and the indigenous people. An Argentina senator demands that football star Maradona be put on the country's currency. Diego Maradona died of a heart attack 2 weeks ago. Senator Norma Durango presented a bill to Congress proposing an image of Maradona on the new 1,000 peso banknotes. She said that the notes would feature Maradona's face on one side and one of his famous goals on the other. However, the final decision is yet to be made. Trump is hopeful to continue as US President. Donald Trump has been making unsubstantiated claims about voter fraud and electoral malpractice in the presidential polls. The US elections are scheduled to be certified next week officially. Trump is still continuing his efforts to upend Joe Biden's victory. During a vaccine summit, he said that he's hoping that the next administration will be the Trump administration, a continuation which has led them to the highest stock markets they've ever had. Joe Biden announces new health team for tackling COVID-19. The US President-elect on Tuesday formally announced key members of his incoming administration's health team who will be managing the ongoing pandemic. Vivek Murthy, an Indian-American doctor, is also a part of this team. During the briefing, Joe Biden outlined 3 key goals in the first 100 days of office. These include masking, vaccinations, and opening schools for children. Sinovac COVID-19 vaccine shows up to 97% efficacy. Reports reveal that the company is gathering data on efficacy from the ongoing phase 3 trials, but on the contrary, a Sinovac spokesman said that the company had not received any efficacy readings from phase 3 clinical trials. Biopharma is waiting for full results and it expects Indonesia's Food and Drug Agency to issue emergency use authorization of the vaccine by late January before mass vaccination begins. Amidst the pandemic, Thailand uses drones for border surveillance. Thailand is using drones and ultraviolet cameras for border surveillance amidst the pandemic. According to the officials, at least 16 people who illegally crossed the borders and avoided the mandatory 14-day quarantine have tested positive for coronavirus since late November. Barricades are erected to stop illegal crossing and to curb infection risks. The Thailand-Myanmar border is one of the key challenges for the authorities to curb infection risks. The 2,414-kilometer-long boundary creates difficulties for surveillance. Military, police and volunteers have now been deployed to enforce stricter control of border areas. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to Democracy News Live as we bring to you the latest update.